The house I grew up in was haunted. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Laura Franzman-Botha and I do lifestyle videos every Sunday. In today's episode, I would like to do a get to know me. I've never done any of these, so it's kind of like a get to know me and 50 facts about me type of video. So if I look down, it's because I've got a laptop in front of me with a list of questions. My full name is Solorina Atheremi Franzman-Botha. My mom and dad combined their names to give me a unique name, and then I also decided to double barrel my surname, so I kept my surname and added my husband's surname. So that's why that's such a mouthful. Laura is actually my nickname. That's one of many. My mum calls me Lokis. I've been called Sokis. I've been called Law. I've been called Solo. So that's just a few of the names that I've had through the years, but Laura is the one that's stuck the longest. I am from the West Coast in the Western Cape, South Africa. So I grew up in a little town called St. Helena Bay. I was born in Vredenburg in the General Hospital in Vredenburg. How many towns have I lived in? I've lived in St. Helena Bay, I've lived in Vredenburg, and then I lived in Johannesburg, and I've lived in Vredenburg. I'm not counting when I studied as part of this answer. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I've got a brother and a sister. They are twins, and then I also have some step siblings that are way older than I am. My dad was married before and his first wife died, and he married my mom, and then they had the three of us together. Do you have children? I do. I've got a boy and a girl. They are 10 and 12. What are their names? Both of them have been named after characters in TV series. So the girl has got a name from the show Bleach, and my boy has got a name from the show Mutant X. Do you perceive yourself as a dog or a cat person? If you've watched my vlogs, you know, or my videos, you know I'm a cat person. So do you have pets? Yes, I've got a cat, a black cat. My day job, I do IT administration for a seal company. How many languages do you speak? 2, Afrikaans and English. What is my favorite color? Black, although I know black doesn't count as a color, so if I have to choose a real color, I would say red. What is your favorite movie? Only You with Marissa Tomei and Robert Downey Jr. I absolutely love that movie. Who's your favorite actor? That's a difficult one. Let's say Angelina Jolie. What is your favorite perfume? I like Bulgari, the Omnia range. Who is your favorite celebrity? That's Nicole Richie. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? I actually cannot remember, but I do remember watching Tom and Jerry a lot, so maybe Tom and Jerry. What is my favorite food? I would have to say slop chips, so that's French fries in other countries, but in South Africa a slop chip is actually a chip that is soft because it is doused in vinegar and it gets like sweaty in the packet, and then the chip goes nice and soft and it's just yummy. What is my favorite drink? So my favorite warm drink is tea, and my favorite cool drink, I would say, okay, let's split it up further. My favorite alcoholic drink would have to be a gin and tonic, and then I think my favorite soft drink would have to be a Coke. What are some of my favorite TV shows? I would say that would be Charmed, the original version, and then I also loved Roswell. What was your favorite class in school? I absolutely loved biology. Where did you go to school? I went to school in Vredenburg. I went to a public school called Western Senior Secondary. Did you go to college? Yes, I studied IT. Have you ever attended a live concert? Yes, many. My mom and dad took me to my first ever live show. It was a band called DC Christian Talk, and it was a Christian-based band. And I think ever since that first live show, I was absolutely hooked to going to live music concerts. So I have attended quite a few. I've seen Live, I've seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I've seen Coldplay. I can't even think who else, but I've seen a lot of artists that have been in South Africa. Do I have a favorite store? I would say a non-clothing store would have to be probably Mr. Price Home, and I also like Builders quite a lot. What do you prefer, a PC or a Mac? A PC. Well, I love to bath because you can just lie down and relax. You don't even have to wash if you don't want to. Do you like playing board games? I love playing games in general, not specifically board games. What is my go-to fast food order? So it would either be slot chips as mentioned before, or otherwise it would be steers, and it would be a King Steer burger. What is my most memorable childhood memory? So when I was small, on a Saturday morning, my dad would invite me and my brother and sister into bed, and then he would tell us all these fairy tales, and I absolutely loved that little memory of us and him telling us stories on a Saturday morning. Have you ever had a supernatural experience? Yes. So the house I grew up in was haunted, you can say it that way. One of the many stories that I have is one night I woke up and I heard someone was washing the dishes. So I got up and I went to the kitchen. The lights were on and everything, but there was no one washing dishes in the kitchen, and the sound of the dishes was still sounded like someone was washing the dishes. So I just turned around from the kitchen, went back to my room, and I closed my head with a blanket. I run cold, but we are having a heat wave at the moment for the past 3 or 4 days. So at the moment, I'm a sweaty Betty. If Aladdin's genie appeared before you, what 3 things would you wish for? World peace. For my siblings not for my siblings, for my kids not to argue all the time. And then $1 million. What did I want to be when I was a kid? I wanted to be a ballerina. I like a romantic comedy, and if it's a romantic comedy that's set in a different country like Italy or France or somewhere there, then that just tickles my fancy. So that's the type of movie that I like to watch. And if you've seen Only You, which is my favorite movie, that's exactly the type of movie that I like. What is my best physical feature? I would say that's my lips. That's probably why I always wear red lipstick. When do I go to bed? I normally try to go to bed quite early and to rise early. So during the week I go to bed around 9:30ish, between 9:30 and 10 at the latest. On the weekend I try and push myself, but normally I'll just fall asleep in front of the TV. What do I think is a boring activity? Playing chess. I'll leave it at that. When was the last time you cried? It was in December. Can't remember the reason anymore, but yes, it was quite recently. Which phone do I have? I've got a Samsung, I'm not sure of the model. Have you ever been out of the country? Yes, I have been a couple of times. If you could choose to be one character, who would you be? So going back to one of my favorite shows, Charmed, I would be Prue, the older sister. Do I have a garden? Yes. I love my garden, it brings me peace. I have 2 tattoos, a tramp stamp and a one at the top of my neck here. Who is my celebrity crush? Now that connects back to my favorite live act. So that is the lead singer of the band Live, Ed Kowalczyk, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and my kitty just joined us on the table. What is my star sign? I'm a Taurus. I was born on the 25th of April. Which is my most memorable vacation so far? That has to be my 20-year anniversary. So hubby and I went to the Maldives for our 20th anniversary. What makeup item do I always carry? Lipstick, of course. And then last little interesting tidbit about me. I've been in a magazine before, and that was not related to Mrs. South Africa. That happened before Mrs. South Africa. I hope you enjoyed this little video and getting to know me better and getting some facts about me or hearing some facts about me. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.